All right, welcome back again to my channel. Today we're going to build out a software-defined radio transmitter. In this series we've been talking about RF transmitters and receivers. So we're going to go into this video and show you how to build this radio transmitter. It's based on a module. It's a KT0803 module. It's an FM transmitter that transmits on the range of 70 to 108 megahertz. So let's go through the soldering technique first. We have to solder the circuit or the pins to the module, and then we go into the programming. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the programming, how we program this, because again, as we said, it's a software defined radio, so you have to write some software or some codes behind the transmitter. So without further ado, let me take you through how we did the soldering. Watch this clip on the soldering of the module. Alright, so we're going to build out this radio transmitter, FM radio transmitter from KT0803 series. So the module here is a complete FM module. It has audio in, then the FM transmitter modulator right here, and the range for this device is 70 megahertz. Yes, so that's it pretty much. We're gonna solder for the voltage and for the SDA and SCL. So we're just gonna solder either. Now solder this. Let's just clamp it down here. We will need a soldering iron and a soldering lead to do that. So let's start by soldering the first terminal in place. Alright, so the first one is in place. We're gonna solder the second one. And then you have to flip it on as you the remaining. There are just two left. There are four in total. All right, I think we are pretty good. Yep. So we're done soldering. So we're just gonna connect it up to the Arduino, and at some point we're gonna connect it up with ATtiny. But for now, we're gonna just use Arduino. Alright, so we're done with the soldering and we've connected it up with the Arduino Uno, and we're going to show you that the connection. I'm going to show you the circuit diagram first, how you connect it up, and then we go ahead and program it. Here you have the transmitter module. Just call it this block. Here. So you've been dealing with block diagrams in our series. So you have the positive. Then you have the ground. Then you have the SDA. You have the SCL, the clock, and the data. So you want to know how to connect this up to your Arduino Uno. Let me show you the Arduino Uno here. Right. So that's the Arduino Uno device we're using. And this version here has two ways to connect it up. The power supply, positive and ground pins. So you have 5 volts, 3.3 volts, you have 0 volts, 3.3 volts or the ground. So you can connect this 0.3 volts, 5 volts point on the Arduino, right? Then you connect this to the ground. And the SDA, there are two ways to connect it. So the analog A5 and A4. So you can connect this to your A4 and this to your A5. So the SDA can go to your A4, and then SCL will go to your A5. The other alternative is to connect it up to these traditional clock and data pins. So if you're using the Arduino Uno, the last two connectors here, the topmost here, the top SCL, the one before it is the, so it's going to connect that up. So it's going to be SDA. So let's just Alright. Maybe I should sketch this out. So let me get this out of the way. It's done pretty much, So you have two pins here and two other ones there. This one here is SCL. This one is SDA. So the topmost pins, the bottom, which is the A5, your A4. So A5 will be your SDA. Your A4 will be A5 is SCL, and then your A4 is SDA. Correct. So I think I'm so tiny. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Sideways will be better. So this is my transmitter module. Let's make so the last pins here, A4 and A5 will correspond to SL and SDA. So from my transmitter module, then my SCL
we'll go to
this SCL
this
here.
this SCL,
And my SDA,
and my SDA,
we go to
we go to
my SDA here.
my SDA.
My positive,
My positive,
we go to 3 volts,
we
3.3
go
volts,
to
or 5 volts.
or 5 volts,
And my ground,
and my ground,
we go to any of the grounds.
we go
There
to
are
any of the
multiple ground
grounds. There are multiple
terminals, you
ground
can choose any one.
terminals.
So
You
that's how you
can change.
connect stuff.
So that's how you connect yourself.
And then you program your Arduino. So let's go into
Program
the
your
programming.
Arduino.
So for this programming,
So
we did
for this
something
programming, we did something
different. By the way, there was a guy
different. By the way,
Rob
that was a guy Rob
on GitHub. I found his
on GitHub, found
libraries and
his
I tried to play with
libraries,
it.
and
And I
I
reached
tried
out to
to play
him
with it.
by
And I
email, and
reached
he
out to him.
was gracious to
He
respond.
was gracious to
So I want
respond.
to give a shout out to Rob here because he helped me to get a hang over this library. Although we made some big changes, if you will, but he was very helpful. So these are modifications based on what Alec House has already done. We made significant modifications, so that's why we put in our URL here, and you can see really that we made significant modifications. So we took these libraries from Alec House, and then um, for the design we built here, maybe we'll test it first, and then we'll go ahead and show uh, what we did to achieve that. So let's try testing that first. Let's try testing it first.
Let's
So
try
let's get
testing
this
it. So let's get this
last part of the
bus
way.
fly out of the way. Um,
Alright, so I'm gonna
and
need
so
a
I'm
radio
gonna a
receiver.
radio receiver.
So
So
because we built a
because
transmitter, so
we
we
built
need
a
a radio
transmitter,
receiver.
so
So
we need a radio
let's
receiver.
use our synchron on.
Let's use our
You know,
synchron.
had
You
this
know,
radio from a long
had
time.
this radio from a long time.
Alright.
Alright.
So let's tune
So
to
let's tune to our
frequency. I think
frequency.
it's
I think it's
88.1.
80.1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then
so I'm gonna play
I'm gonna
music from
play
YouTube.
music from YouTube.
He's my favorite musician
He's my
of all
favorite
time.
musician of all time.
Should I play his music?
Music.
So we'll play
So we play
audio from
the
this
audio from
YouTube.
this YouTube. Um,
So here's the
shows
aux
the
cable we connect
aux
from here
cable we
to
connect
our
from here
transmitter
to
module.
our transmitter module.
So I'll show you that in a
So
bit.
I'll show you that
So
in a
I'll
bit.
connect this up.
So I'll connect this up.
Okay, before I connect, let's just
Okay,
play
before I
the
connect,
music.
let's just play the music so you can hear.
Alright. So I'm
Alright.
gonna connect with that.
So I'm gonna connect that,
And then it goes
and then
into
goes into
our transmitter,
our transmitter,
and then through this antenna,
and then through this antenna,
this green wire,
this green
it goes
wire,
into this
it
radio.
goes into this radio.
So when I pause it, you can
So when
see
I hit, you can
it has
see
stopped
it
playing
has
from the
stopped
radio.
playing from the
So
radio.
let's go
You
ahead
know,
and
so
play the rest.
alright.
Okay, here's another video.
Okay, here's another radio.
This
This is another video.
Let's tune this in.
So listen. Alright.
Now I'll show you
And
something
I'll show you
else
something else
with this radio because there are some other
with this
wires we
radio,
have
because there are
here.
some other
I'm
wires
going to
we
show
have
you what
here.
those wires
I'm
are
going to show you
doing,
what
but
those wires are doing,
let's
but
just play
let's
this.
just play this.
Now I'm
Now I'm
going
gonna
to
press
press
this
this
button
button
here,
here,
and the channel is
and
gonna
the channel is going to change from the radio.
change from the radio.
Now it's gone because
And
I've
it's
tuned
gone.
it
So
up
I've tuned it up
so I can
so
tune
I
down,
can tune down,
and then I'm going to
and
get
then
it back.
I'm gonna get it back.
Maybe I will show you
Maybe
the
I should show you.
I think I should show
I
you
think I should show you
the
the
serial monitor so
serial
you can
monitor,
see what is really
so
going
you
on
can see
behind
what
the
is really
scene.
going on behind the
So let's
scene.
go to the serial
Alright, let's go
monitor.
to the serial monitor.
Uh,
Uh,
okay, I hope this was not echoing a lot because I had the two cameras on. So let's go through this again. Um, Pretty sure that will be echo in some segments, but you have to forgive me for that. Let me go to the serial monitor. Alright, as you can see on the serial monitor, the channel that we're on is right now at 90.1. So let's tune to 90.1 and see what happens. Okay, I gotta show you the radio on that channel. So whatever channel I have your 90.1, that's where I'm transmitting. So I have all right. So let's go to right. So 90.1, that's where we're on. And you saw that on the serial monitor as well. So let's change to a different channel now and see. And for me to change the channel, I think I gotta show you something first. I have to press one of these buttons. When I press this, it tunes downwards. As you can see in the serial monitor, um, it's going downwards. And right now, we're at 85, 88.1. And so I'm gonna try to go to stop right there. All right, it keeps going down. So um, then I'm gonna go back up. Let's try to stop it right here. All right, 88.5. So let's go back and tune our radio to 88.5. So 88.5. All right. So we can tune it up and down. So I'm gonna go into the code. All right. So let's just pause it. Let's go into the code and show you what we did. And I think that's what we'll call it a day. And if you need any additional help, or if you want the code, you can reach out to us, and we'll help you out. So this is what we did. First off, we know that this transmitter ranges from 70 to 108. We intentionally made it 70.1 because we want to tune by zero point 0.2 megahertz, and we want to hit all the channels that are in our area. All right, so you can make it anything you want, but as long as it's between 170 and 108. So we chose a pin 2 for channel up and pin 3 for channel down. And then I will show you on the circuit diagram. Maybe I'll show you right away before I continue this. We had to pull those down because let me just okay, I have to show you here. And thankfully I came back here because I wasn't actually showing what I was trying to show you on the code. I wasn't showing it on the screen. So there are two resistors here. They are both There are two resistors here. They're both 8.2 kilo ohms. You can use 10 kilo ohms each. We connected both of them, one to pin 2, one to pin 3, and the middle of them we connected to ground using this wire. Connected to ground on the Arduino. And then on the other side of the pin, we connected to the positive voltage. So, and that one is activated by the switch. I will show you the circuit diagram, so don't worry about it. The switch will send this pin 2 to positive or pin 3 to positive when you press the buttons. All right. So let's then go to yeah, this is where I wanted to be. I'm going to start the explanation afresh. So here we said this is going to be 70 megahertz to 108. We made it 70.1 to 108.1 so we can hit all the frequencies in our region. FM transmitter, we included the libraries from Elec House, and then channel up is pin 2, channel down is pin 3. We declared a scanner. We want to scan the channel up or down, so we say scanner is false, and then these are booleans, right? So scanning up false, scanning down false. So at boot up, everything is false. It's not scanning, it's not going up, it's not going down, it's just stationary at a particular frequency. We're going to tell it when we start. And then channel up state is low, channel down state is also low, right? So in other words, these are just pulled low, right? So we have to now determine what happens to those ones. So we set a frequency at 88.1. So anytime we start this afresh, the very first time is going to start from 88.1. We're not writing anything to memory, although we can write it to memory to start from the last place we started. That could be a subject of a future tutorial. But right now, we're not writing anything to memory. We're simply saying whenever I start, go to channel 88.1. So let me show you that and then I come back and continue this tutorial. All right, so let me go to the insert and I'll demonstrate this to you. Now I'm gonna scan away, so it's going away from that channel, and I'm still at 88.1, but I don't receive any signal anymore. When I press this reset button on the Arduino, it reboots and starts afresh from 80.1. So, you're right. Okay, so we leave it there and we go back to the tutorial. So we are saying that whenever you boot this device up, the first thing you do is to tune to 88.1. That's where you're transmitting by default. So that's the default FM transmitter. And then in the void setup, this happens only once at setup. So the channel up pin is an input, channel down pin is an input. We set up the serial monitor at 11,5200. So that would be 115,200. And then we tell it the first thing you print out is like our FM transmitter demo. And then we're selecting the US channel. We're in the US region, of course. And then we print out all this, print out the channel, you print out megahertz to follow it. So you print out channel and then the frequency that you are on, and then you print out the megahertz, which is the unit. So what I mean by that, if you go to the serial monitor, it prints out whenever you boot up, it prints out Hacker Word FM TV demo, and then it will print out the channel that it is on, right? And then when we scan, it will print out the different channels. But anytime you boot up or you reset, you get this Hacker Word FM demo. So I'm going to reset it again. I'm not showing it on the screen right now, but I'm going to reset it. And once you reset, you see it prints that. So that tells you that started again. All right. So in the loop is what continues to happen. The void setup happens only once I boot up, but void loop is what repeats or keeps happening all the time. So we want to read the channel up and channel down pins. So digital read is to read. So when you read, you put that value in the channel up state or channel down state. Right, remember that at the beginning, channel up state and channel down state are both low, but right now I want to read what the values are if they have changed. And then we're saying if channel up state is high, in other words, you put it up, and last channel up state was low. So in other words, it was low before and now it's high, right? So that means someone has pressed it. Then you make scanner and not scanner. Remember that scanner was false at the beginning. Scanner was false. You're now saying that scanner is no longer false. Scanner is true. And when that happens again, scanner will go to false. So scanner will change the state from true to false, from false to true. And then you say scanning up is scanner. So whatever scanner is, that's what scanning up is. So if scanner is true now, scanning up will also be true, and scanning down at that time will be false. So in this case, you're scanning up. And then it's saying if channel down state is high and last channel down state was low, then it wants scanner to be not scanner. So whatever scanner was, it will change the state. If it was high, it becomes low. If it was low, it becomes high. It doesn't even matter if it was made high or low by pin 2 or pin 3. Whichever made it is not the case. It doesn't matter. It's just that the state will change. And then you now see last channel up state is equal to channel up state, last channel down state is channel down state, and then this is where you do the scan. If scanning up and scanner, so scanner is true in this case, then add 0.2 megahertz or 200 kilohertz to whatever the frequency is. So it will read the frequency and then add 0.2 to it. Now, if it gets to 108.1, which means it has reached the end, we say reset it to the beginning. So loop around, and then you print out the frequency. So first of all, you have to set the frequency to the transmitter module. You set the frequency, you print out channel. This is a string. Print out the string, give it space, and then print out the channel that you're transmitting on, and then print out the unit, which is the megahertz. Then wait for 2 seconds and scan again. So after 2 seconds, it will check if so this is 2000 milliseconds, so 2 seconds. It will check if the button is still pressed. If it's still pressed, it will increment again. So as long as that you can almost write like while pressed, while this condition is still true, just keep incrementing after every 2 seconds. That's what it looks like. And then same thing when you're scanning down, when the conditions are right, then subtract 0.2 and keep going down until you get to less than 70.1. If it's going to be less than 70.1, then set it to 108.1. So you're looping around again, then you print out. So basically this is what we did. So we made significant modifications, to be frank. We made significant modifications. I think the only thing we took was the libraries, because obviously we needed the libraries. The rest of them were really our work. So yeah, if you need any of this, reach out to me. I will send you the code if you want to build this for yourself. All right, so this is it today. We're done with this tutorial. I'm just gonna play it a little bit, or maybe let me go to the circuit diagram to show you how to connect up the resistors. I think that's all I need to show you now, and we'll call it a day. And remember to like and subscribe, comment, and you will not regret you did. All right, share this video, let your friends know about it. We're not making this for viewership, we make it for love of these things. And yeah, let's go and show you this quickly. So I told you about two resistors, two pull-up resistors. So I'm just gonna use this top portion of this Arduino. So call this our Arduino. We're using Arduino Uno. You can use Nano, you can use Micro. We're gonna modify the library for AT Tiny, but for now, we're just gonna be using Arduino Uno and all these other ones. So Anyway, so pin 2 and pin 3, because they're going to be, you want to read the value when they are high, you want to pull them down. You want to pull them down. So what we do is connect a resistor. I would recommend 10 kilo ohm resistor, and I'll tell you why. So there's another 10, so I use two separate resistors, and then connect them together, and then connect to ground. And then you have the positive somewhere here. So positive goes to the Arduino at some point, but then you need this one through a switch, and also this one here through another switch to positive. Right, there's a switch here. So when you press down the switch, you're closing pin 3 to positive. When you press down this other switch, you're closing pin 2 to positive. So we're gonna call this switch 1, and then this one is switch 2. So that's how you connect it. Right, so these 10 kilo ohm resistors are your pull down, you call them pull down resistors. Pull down resistors. Let me get to another page. So pull down. So why pull down? Because the reading you want to get is only when it is high. If you left the pin floating, you can get a random reading. Sometimes when you're close to the circuit without even touching it, you can get a reading because it's picking phantom signals. You don't want that to happen. So you want pin 2 with the resistor down. You want the same thing for pin 3 with a resistor down. That's what we did. And then you want um, these ones, they're going up to positive, but through a switch. Each one of them through a switch, right? So you have S1 and S2. That's basically what we did. Right, 10 kilo ohms, 10 kilo ohms. Now in the next episode, we're gonna show you a walkie-talkie built around this. So we're gonna build a walkie-talkie around this. And what I mean by walkie-talkie is a transmitter and a receiver that is built around software-defined radios. That will be next weekend's tutorial. A software-defined walkie-talkie. All right. So let's see you next weekend, and then maybe after that we will see what we if we've been able to convert the libraries from. Um, Let me just flip this mic and see what happens. Sorry. All right, so next week we're going to try to
Try to
convert the
um
libraries
the
from
libraries
Arduino Uno libraries
from
to
own libraries
um,
to
AT
um
Tiny libraries. No
80
promises
tiny
yet.
library.
It's something we're going to try
It's
to
something
do
we're going
for
to try
next
to do for
week.
next
Okay, I think I have too
week.
many mics here.
I think I have Max here.
I'm probably
I'm
echoing
probably
as I just
echoing.
noticed that I had so
I
many
just noticed that I
mics
have some.
on. I'm probably echoing right now. Let me.
Just use this and to test this mic out. All right. Thanks again for to my channel. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I'm gonna try it on the other mic. Okay, let's switch microphones.
All right, thanks again for coming back again to my channel. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one. And until we come your way again with more contents, stay enthused. All right, let's just play this song. By my producer likes this song a lot. So let's see. Let the heavens and the earth tremble. What is it? Let the heavens and the earth tremble. Yeah, that's it. Let's do it. Hi, my name is Porter Stansberry, and you might have a hard time believing this, but yeah, I don't want to hear this. I just want to hear the song. All right. Jesus is the Lord, seated on the throne, exalted above. Jesus is the Lord, seated on the throne, exalted above. And we praise Him forever, praise Him forever. And we praise Him forever, Lord of my soul. And we praise Him forever, oh praise Him forever. And we praise Him forever, the King of my life. I will praise Him forever. Oh, praise Him forever. I will praise Him forever. Lover of my soul. Jesus is the Lord, seated on the throne, exalted above. All right, you know it. He is on the throne. All right, so I will see you in the next one. Okay, so maybe in another episode, I might actually include a microphone audio to this because right now we're just doing auxiliary input. But maybe in a subsequent episode, not the next one. The next one will be the walkie-talkie. But then maybe a subsequent one we can have a microphone circuit integrated to this so you can actually speak into the system. Now the range is not that great. I know people will ask me about the range. The range is around 50 to 100 meters or thereabout. I think I tested it from here to the driveway and it was really good. From here to the driveway should be, let's just say 50 meters or less. Let's say 50 meters or less. I don't think it's up to 100 meters. So about 50 meters. But again, if you want to increase the range, you have to have a good antenna and maybe even output um, amplifiers. Again, when I say output amplifier, I mean like RF amplifiers. Again, disclaimer: when you're building this system, make sure that you have the license to operate it if you want to operate it for a long time. Otherwise, this transmitter can actually go at a lower frequency than your regular FM range. So you can operate it at 70 to um, less than 88. So depending on your area, make sure that it is legal for you to operate it. Or because it's a low power, you can operate it at home, and especially when you're not living close to other people, you can use it to send audio from one player to different speakers within your home. Right, create a mini FM transmitter at home. That's exciting. And I think when I was in school, when I was at the university, I built something like this, but it's not software defined. It was just regular good RF transmitter. But I built it in such a way that you have auxiliary input and then microphone input, and you can have it on your desk and mix your audio to the music. And it was really an awesome experience. I did it for a classmate uh, in back in school days, right? That's like some 20 years, man, in a long time. All right, so I'm gonna tune out here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.